Hi all, welcome to TechFest Java. In this video we are basically discuss about the OOPS concepts. So basically OOPS concept is backbone of any object oriented programming language, and these are the basic principles of OOPS concepts. So here is a list of principles of OOPS concepts. First one is the class, and then another is object, then abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, aggregation, composition and association. So let's just discuss each of the principles one by one. Class. What is basically a class in any of the object oriented programming language like Java? Basically class is a user defined prototype which is basically used to create an object. It is a representation of states, that is the properties, and a behavior, that is method. And this is the syntax, something like that, the modifier, class and class name and here there. And whenever we are using a class or defining a class in any object oriented language like Java or any of C# or anything, there is only two access modifiers are specified for a class type, that is public and default. There is no specifier like private or protected will be defined for the class level. So when we are going to be discuss or create a classes and do the programming examples, we can discuss more about the classes and other principles. There is another principle that is called object. Object is basically the combination of states and behavior. It is representation of real life entities. State represents the instance variable of a class and behavior represents the method of a class. So if we want to take an example from a real life, suppose a person is a class, then as me or you guys both are belongs to a person class. So we are basically an object of a person class, and there are the behaviors and entities like we can talk, we can walk, we can run, we can eat. So these are the kind of behaviors which every person class object contains. And states is something like we have 2 ears, we have nose, we have legs, we have mouth. So these are the entities which are basically properties or instance variable of the class. So this is a simple real life today example, we can take it. Now another object oriented principle is abstraction. It is the most important principle in terms of interviews also. Whenever interviewer are going to be discuss about object oriented programming language, he generally discuss about the abstractions. So what is the abstraction? Abstraction is basically one of the important OOPS concept. It is basically hiding the unnecessary details and showing only the essential attributes. It provides basically an interface and which by which we can achieve any of the functionality. Like in mobile, if we want to play any song, then we just need to be open that song and click. Internally mobile, what kind of functionality it will do it to play the song, or it will do it to play anything, it is totally hide. So that thing is called an abstraction. If we take a real life example in some scenario in Java, basically we can achieve abstraction by using an interface and abstract classes. With interfaces we are basically achieve 100% of abstraction, but with abstract classes there is a concept of concrete methods are there. So due to this it is not fully abstracted, but with the interfaces we can achieve 100% abstractions. Yeah, so that is the abstraction part. Now we can go another principle, that is encapsulation. It is also a most important principle which is basically asked by the interviewer in the interview. What is an encapsulation? So the encapsulation is the process of wrapping data and code together as a single unit. Uh, Generally, whenever we interview or ask, we are generally processing with these definitions, encapsulation, the process of wrapping data and codes together as a single unit. But what exactly encapsulation do? Encapsulation basically encapsulates uh, the behavior and the method together, the instances and the method together. It's simply a Java model, which is basically a bean class having like a, for example, we have taken a class A having a string type of variable name, and the setter method and the getter method basically providing the encapsulation for that. So this is the encapsulation. We can achieve encapsulation in Java by using setter and getter methods of model instances. Now another principle is inheritance. It is another one of the most important principle. There is a concept of parent child. Suppose in real life example, there are some certain attributes or properties which can be inherit from our parents, and our parents inherited from their parents. So such type of behavior is called an inheritance. In inheritance is a mechanism in which one object acquire the states and behavior of another object, and there is a parent child relationship between these two objects. If we take a real life example like vehicle is a parent class, and car and bicycle both are two child classes. So any of the vehicle can run, any of the vehicle having an engine, any of the vehicle having a mechanism to move from one place to another. So car and bicycle also following these properties. Apart from that, car having their own property and bicycle having their own properties. Another real life example, we can take it as a bank. When we are going into a bank, there is an account. So the account is a type of parent class, and there is a certain type of accounts like current account or a saving account, which we can take it as a child class. So account, each account having some unique number, that is called account number. Each account having some properties like amount which need to be each account having some account holder name and all. So these properties can be inherited by the saving account or a current account. But apart from that, there is some certain limitations and certain other properties which is belongs to a person, particularly for saving account and particularly for current account. Like saving account belongs to an individual and current account belongs to an organization, or for business purpose current account can be opened. So that is basic difference. Now the polymorphism is another concept. It is basically, we can say that polymorphism can perform a single action in many ways. One thing can perform in many ways, that is called a polymorphism. In Java, basically there are two types of polymorphism. There is a compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism basically achieved by overloading of the method, and runtime polymorphism achieved by overriding of a method. So when we talk about overloading of a method, overloading can be achieved in within the class and also in subclasses. But runtime polymorphism or overriding can be achieved only in the subclasses. And in overriding, when we are doing the overriding of a method, the method signature should be same, and in overloading there is a property should be different, but method name should be same. Association. So this is another object oriented principle. Association is simply a relation between two different classes that can be can have a relationship of one to one, one to many, many to one, or many to many. Like if we talk about one user and address, so one user can have one address also, and one user can have many addresses also, and one address can be belongs to many different users. Like my home address belongs to my father also, my home address belongs to my parent also, my siblings also, and me also. So that is the way we can say that the association can be done. And yeah, there is another principle called aggregation. So aggregation is basically one type of association. It simply shows Hazer relationship. What is Hazer relationship? When one class having a reference of another class, and both these classes are two different entities, two different personalities, then that is called Hazer relationship. Like house and person. Person has a house. So house having a independent entity, independent class, and person is also an independent class. So person has a house, that is a kind of aggregation showing relationship. It is basically unidirectional association, and in both the entities are independent and can survive in the absence of other. Like in same example, I will take a person and a house. If person goes anyhow removed from this association, then house itself belongs to someone, right? Like my house belongs to me also, my siblings also, my parents also. If anyhow I will be not be there, my house will be there. My house exists even if I am not exist. So that way, and if I am exist, that depends on that my house is not there. So both are the independent entities. In that way we can associate the example from real life. Another important concept is that composition. If we talk about the composition, generally if we in English meanings, the composition is basically a combining of things, making composition by combining things. So it is also one of the association, and in this both the entities are highly dependent on each other. It is a strong association, like library and book. Both are independent dependent entities, because without books there is no library exist. If we say that there is a library, then definitely this library contains some kind of books, right? So that is the composition. These are the basic object oriented principles, which is basically asked in interviews. And when we talk about these things, they generally ask for real life examples, or examples from which the project where you are working. So I tried to match with the real life entities in the project, from where the we can easily give the answer for the interviewer. We can more elaborate when we do the examples by using Java coding. If we talk about the association between association of association, aggregation, composition, the relation. So association is the bigger class, where aggregation is a part of that, and composition is a part of aggregation. So that way shown in the diagram, having the relationship in between that. So that's it in this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel TechFest Java, and press the notification bell so that another video came notification you will get. Thank you.